Hey, Christine, how you doing? Thank you so much for getting your work in. I got your letterhead, your business cards, and your lead behinds. So let's take a look at these, and we'll talk about your package in terms of branding and memorability, and we'll talk about the success of the package and see if maybe there's some areas that can be improved upon. So with that, let's get started. We'll take a look at this this letterhead right here, and I think now I mentioned this before, but I really think this. I really think that you're starting to kind of lose sight of your branding and starting to try to overtake it with other things that might have other meanings. Okay, like the stars. Now I talked about the stars. We have the stars. And the stars are here in the letterhead. And the thing that they're doing in the letterhead is they're really just completely overpowering your logo to the point where almost can't see your logo back there. It's almost hiding in those stars. You see what I'm saying? And I understand the reasoning for the stars. I just think they're overused. One or two here or there, great, sure. But you should be concentrating on that right there. That's your mark. That's your bread and butter. That's your foundation right there. That's everything should rest on that mark right there. So we want that front and center. Let's take a look at the business card, the front first, okay? Now, the one thing I want to do is I'm just going to pull these apart because I want you to see something here. I want to look at these two things together here. And it's going to take some juggling to do so. But I think I'll be able to do it. Yes, I will. Okay, here's what we got. So we have the business card front and we have the letterhead. Now, if we take a look at these, do they look like they were designed at the same time by the same designer? And I think that the obvious answer is no, because of the difference in color. This is so dark, and then this has got a light background. So I immediately look at it and I go, okay, where's the consistency? We need to get some real solid visual consistency in the visual presentations and the design elements that you're using. And that's really important because that's what branding is all about, visual consistency. Okay, so you've got your logo. You got your logo here. Now I noticed immediately that you're using a different typeface there than you are here. So again, and it's in a different style. This one's in oblique. This one's in italic, and this one's in regular Roman. So that's another. Then you have on your letterhead, you have graphic designer, but on your card, you have creative dreamer and designer. So there's another inconsistency. On the letterhead, you have just a mailing address. On the card, you don't have that mailing address. So there's some inconsistencies here that are pointing to maybe a little bit of a weak link in your branding. Let's take a look at the business card back, and we can see the same type of thing, almost really obvious that they're not following the same visual posture. Okay, I think that if you were to use the star just here and there sporadically, where's the front of that card? And instead of using it for this dark, deep, dense background that is so dark that you can't lay type over it, you have to lay a box over it to put your type on, I would design on a white background and use the stars intermittently, sparingly, to make the statement that you're trying to make with the stars, or that you are making with the stars. Okay? Hope that makes sense. All right? Now, that actual commentary with the stars is actually continued very nicely over into your, you got the stars and the moons over here, and these are done very well. I mean, they're pretty sparing. I think you might have even too many stars in the moon here. But nonetheless, it's not like this. You see what I'm saying? I mean, this is just too dark, too deep, too dense, and it's too heavy for what we're trying to say here. So those are what my comments are. I think that there's an easy fix, and that's go for a common background. But other than that, I think that you're well on your way to a very, very nice branding system. I just think right now you're just kind of trying to do too much with the stars and not enough with the logo. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns moving forward, that would be my recommendation, and that would be my recommendation to move this piece into a position where it would be ready to be considered as a inclusion in your final student portfolio. Okay, and I'm here to help, Christine, so if you have any questions or comments, just feel free to get with me, and I'll get back with you immediately. All right, good job. Thank you very much for sharing.